What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Dr. Hammerstein, and it has been a while, but we have an amazing mid-range of flagship phone. That is, of course, the question with the Honor 400 Pro, the next Gen AI phone to come out in 2025, and of course really excited to check this phone. And of course, in today's video, what we'll do is of course go through the key specs and features before you make your purchase decision. So yes, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, so if we look at last year's 200 Pro, it did go off at about $550. I think if the 400 Pros can keep it at around the same price range, I think that will make it a remarkable phone. And of course, it is priced at the mid-range, but it's of course giving you flagship level specs. So here we have the big packaging as you would expect. It does give you a lot of fun stuff. And now let's just check out what we have right in the box. So of course, first thing first, we do have a nice clear phone case. We also have the nice SIM ejector tool. And next up, we do have the 100-watt Honor supercharger, which does use a USB-A to USB-C cable. And here we have the Honor 400 Pro, of course the bigger brother of the Honor 400 series, and it does come in three color variants. We do have the Luna Grey and also the Midnight Black, but what I have here is of course the Tidal Blue, which of course looks really nice. It does have that nice wavy kind of feature. It does use a matte back over here, so design wise it's very nice and clean, not going to attract a lot of fingerprints. And here is the Honor Magic 7 Pro, which did came out recently early this year, and we also have the Honor 200 Pro. So in terms of the size of that, you can see it's about the same. Of course, in terms of the thickness, as you can see here, it is going to be a little bit thinner compared to the 7 Pro, but of course bigger than last year's 200 Pro. So definitely it's a very good chunky device here. Definitely does give you some weight to it to give you that extra premium feel, which of course really do like. On the sides here, we can see we do have your aluminum frames on the sides. Very nice glass back, very clean finish. The buttons are all placed on the right side of the corner. So we have the volume rocker and also the power button. And we also do have the fingerprint unlock located down below here. And of course, we do have a nice Gorilla Glass finish on the glass on the front here. So overall, looking really nice. I've been using this for a couple of weeks already. And now let's go on to the next part. Alright guys, so now let's talk about the display over here. So it does come with a massive 6.7 inch of AMOLED panel with 120Hz, as you would expect from a flagship device. It also does give you your stereo speaker setup to enjoy your content you're watching here. So I would say that the display here is really very good. Colors do come out really nice, very vibrant, and also very punchy. Does give you the flagship level when it comes to your viewing experience. Also, not to mention that this phone does give you an IP68 and 69 rating, which makes it water and dust resistant. Alright guys, and of course the main thing that I know you guys want to know about is of course the chipset here. So as you can see, it is using the last year's flagship level processor, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, one of the best processors I would say. And it of course does give you 12 gigs of RAM with the Honor RAM Turbo feature. Of course you can expand it with a further 12 gigs, and of course it does give you a massive 6,000 milliamps of battery over here. And like I mentioned before, you can charge this up with the 100-watt Honor supercharger, and it does support your wireless charging and also the reverse wireless charging as well. In terms of storage, you do have up to 512 gigs. You can expand it with any micro SD expansion, and right off the box it does come with Android 15, which of course is using the Magic OS 9.0 settings over here. So of course you're going to get a lot of your cool Honor features like your dock mode and of course the side panel and all that. Of course, the major thing that we're going to talk about here when it comes to the Honor 400 Pro is of course the AI features. We of course know about the AI eraser and all that, but as we can see from here, we do also have the image to video feature over here, which is going to be really fun. So as you can see here, most of these are just images that I've taken, but you can actually make it into videos we're using AI. So you can see here, very fun feature. And of course you have your AI upscaling here as well. So if you have some of your old photos, you can actually go and get it, and of course use some AI upscaling to give you some nice HD images, which of course you can use this over here for your image to video feature as well. You also have your AI remove reflection. Of course, we're going to be really fun, and overall it's just the next level. I think this is going to be a really fun feature to have. It just gives more life to your images, and of course you can go through all your old photos and bring them to life. Okay, and also this phone here does use a face and fingerprint unlock. So what you do is just point it in your face, gets the job really done, and you can use the fingerprint unlock here as well, which also works really fast. Alright guys, so last but not least, let's talk about the cameras with the Honor 400 Pro. So as you can see from the design here, it does show you two cameras. So over on the first one, we do have a massive 50 megapixel selfie shooter, and it does give you also a 2 megapixel depth camera as well to give you nice, crispier selfie shots. Of course, if you switch it on to the rear cameras here, you can see that we do have a nice triple camera setup. So the main lens does give you a nice 200 megapixel sensor here, f1.4, and it does have your dual autofocus and OIS, and of course it can record up to 4K at 60 fps on the back here. Going on to the telephoto lens, it does give you a nice 50 megapixel PDAF and OIS sensor, which can go up to 3 times the optical zoom, and of course can boost it up all the way to 50 times. And lastly, we do have the ultra wide lens here, a nice 12 megapixel sensor, which also does act as your super macro lens. For the selfie department, it can record up to 4K at 30, while the rear camera here can record up to 4K at 60 fps. And as we know, when it comes to the camera shots over here, you do have a lot of cool features, especially when it comes to portrait. You have your hardcore effect, which is going to be really fun when you're taking your nice portrait shots. Other than that, they do give you a lot more cool features, which I really do like when it comes to Honor phones. Alright guys, so that is it with the Honor 400 Pro. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this phone. And of course, if you guys have any questions, do leave it in the comments section. If you guys enjoyed this video, do click the like and smash the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next one.